Hello, managers. Welcome to tonight's edition of the FPL Ambassador show. As you can tell, my voice is really down because I don't own KDB, but the show, it is what it is. So we have to get it going. Raymond, he's smiling from ear to ear. How are you?
So I think finally I'm getting ready for the season. I nearly gave up the season, but I think things are going a little bit better in the final weeks. And KDB has really made my final -8 pay off. I've done so many minuses, but
Ah,
this one has really paid off. So thanks to KDB. KDB, shout out to you wherever you are.
beautiful, beautiful. Marvin will be
Yeah,
joining us soon, and
sure.
he also has KDB. But let's go on.
Charlie, Charlie.
Let's go on.
So Everton said these are crucial. These are the final double game. Charlie, you know that from like game week 16 coming, we have been having one double game weekend, one double game weekend, like that, consistently till now. And I think now finally we can end it. This is the double game week has been so much and has really distracted us in many things. But
Yeah.
the very final one is ahead of us. We have Jamie Vardy, the Leicester boys. Vardy announced his presence. Yesterday I was not happy with Vardy's score because Vardy is my guy for free 38, and now that he has scored, everybody will start buying him. So my plan to get Vardy is going to be quite. But Charlie, what can we do? There's nothing much we can do over there. So Roland, any key
Yo.
points? Any key points from there? Before you continue, I just want to say that I want to thank managers for how far they have been with us. This is our 42nd episode. They have been with us through thick and thin, our first season of running our FPL Ambassador show. Thanks for the support all throughout. If you like our video as a help us grow, we are here for them to do the very best for them as well. So Roland, you can continue. Any key points from this game week?
Yes, I think Liverpool flops, and then City high ground gaining points. I think these are the highs and the lows of the game week. It seems as if you had Salah, then you basically went nowhere. But if you had a City attacker, a midfielder, I think that your points weren't bad in KDB, Sterling, Foden. Mahrez missed out.
Charlie.
Jesus
Oh,
was a poor
Charlie.
punt.
Charlie.
Even Grealish came up with an assist. So
Oh,
it wasn't that bad for the defenders as well as the midfielders. So all in all, it was good. But the disappointment was Salah being benched
hey.
midweek. It was a shock to all of us. But I think he's been off color for a while. So uh, though no one saw it coming, it didn't really surprise us. Thinking about it, taking a retrospect on it, you realize that yes, he did deserve to be benched because he's of no form. He's on no form as of now, and I mean it's telling that the confidence is not there. So that's just about it for me.
That said, Luis Diaz in Liverpool is doing the work under the radar bit by bit. He's somebody managers should really watch out for, despite the rotation in the Liverpool setup there. And then that said, Charlie, we're expecting very massive hauls from our players, as you said, Liverpool and Chelsea guys. But rotation is going on, so just to remind managers about the need for a bench. So managers should do their best and strengthen their bench over there. We are waiting for the Spurs and Arsenal game tonight to wrap up game week 36. Roland, speak to us about your bench boost. How did it go?
Uh, it was, I initially told you that I favored the free hit for this game week because I was thinking about
Sure,
it in a sense
that's
that,
true.
yeah, I was thinking about it in a sense that it's a one-off thing. So bench boost is not really a chip I've been able to use effectively over the past 3 or 4 years that I've played FPL. So I just felt that having the players that I had, it wouldn't really, pay off for me. But in the end, we had discussions, and I felt convinced by the reasons you put out, and me to convince myself that this is an opportunity for me to have players who could play. And in effect, I think Foster did well.
14
James
points.
Yes, James also did well. I already had Cancelo, not much of a problem. Madison missed one game, so that's fine. Luis Diaz, I took a punt on him. I also took a punt on Diaz. So the City players that I brought in were the disappointments for me because it was between Laporte and Diaz. And I felt that Diaz had more of an opportunity of starting both games than Laporte did, even though I knew of the Laporte threat from corners. So I felt that with that and not knowing whether Stones will play or Ake will play, I just decided to go for the safest option. And he managed to play only 45 minutes. Then Jesus was a punt that I decided to take later on. I didn't listen to your Nketsiah move. If I had listened to that, I think I would have been looking at.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't prompt you again about it when we're doing the very
Oh
final.
no. I mean that's how the game is. So yeah, I think you had done it for over I think 4 or 5 days trying to convince me to get Nketsiah. And Richarlison, I didn't really feel convinced about because I just felt it was hype. But in the end, he didn't do much. Gordon also didn't do anything. And looking at it again, I think that's just about Coutinho again was a disappointment. He was benched.
Charlie.
And once again, a player that I sold in Cody also scored against Chelsea.
Hey, Charlie.
So now moving forward, I don't even know whether to just keep my players as they are.
This week, don't sell anybody. Keep all your players. I want to tell on the show. Watch, managers. Almost any player Rowland has sold in the past 6 weeks, any player he sells scores. He sold Bowen. Bowen scored last week. The previous week, he sold Son. Son. Yes. So like almost anybody has been selling.
It's bad.
Consistently.
It's bad.
So
bad.
Rowland, we exercise those demons this week. So you leave it like that. So this is my team as well. KDB captaincy. Last week I was telling Marvin that I wasn't sure my captaincy on Salah and Kane. So the key point was I really wanted KDB because I felt that City would buzz the game. City would outplay Newcastle and then Wolves. And I knew any time City play like that, the guy who would be the main guy would be KDB. So I actually brought KDB for the game against Newcastle because I know at home against Liverpool and he gave just one assist. And I was telling you that yesterday before the Dubai game, all in my head I was telling God, oh Charlie Akopo, give me one KDB go and 2 assists. One KDB go and 2 assists. And I didn't know. I was shocked for the shock when I closed on church and I came to see 4 goals. I'm like, wow.
When I opened the app, I was also at church, so okay. I was like, you know what? I just decided, okay, let me just check. Hey, I even forgot. So I think there was a break or something happened during church service. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just check.
Okay.
So I decided to check. Then I checked my point. I was like, okay, the points are not bad. I mean, then I go back to the homepage. I didn't check the homepage. I just clicked on fantasy on the app.
Okay.
Then when I went to the homepage, I saw KDB hat trick, first half KDB. My heart just sank. I was like, what? I was like, okay, you know what? Raymond has him, so I'm okay. Marvin has him. I'm uncomfortable, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I felt that, okay, at least some of my players should be able to help out, like Madison and Cole. And then, Charlie, thumbs up, Ray. There was a risk you took. And I think for the position that you are in, you took a good punt and it worked out. I mean, KDB was the most obvious buy of the season for that week. It was obvious because you could tell that KDB, whether rain or shine, we knew he was the constant in that team that will play both games. And even until the end of the season, he's going to play every game. So any manager who got KDB and Charlie, thumbs up. Raymond, you captain him and that's
I had to do a -8 to bring him in. Yes. Actually, I could have done a -4 to bring him, but I felt that by doing a -4, I'll get some makers, which I didn't trust to last me for the remaining 2 games. I said, no, let me rather do a -8 and then bring in. I think I was supposed to bring in Zinchenko, but I wasn't able to bring him. Charlie, enough of that. But I think, well done. This is the first time I've smiled since my wildcard 31. So you let me know. But Charlie, before yesterday's game, I was at 1.09 million. So like approximately 1.1 million. Yeah. Just that KDB move has moved from 1.1 million to 700,000. That's like a 400K move. So thanks, KDB, wherever you are. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out. Shout out.
Yeah,
Shout out.
yeah,
Shout out. Shout
yeah,
out. Shout
yeah,
out. Shout out.
yeah,
Shout out.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Please,
yeah.
Salah boys, please. We are sorry. We are not rubbing it in your face. Okay, sorry. This will be your week. Okay.
Good evening, Matthews GH. Pains, double T, double Y. Pains,
Charlie,
pains.
that
Don't
being
worry.
said, we still want to salute our managers who have been with us all throughout the season, been
Fantastic.
liking our comments. Fantastic, Charlie. This is our last but one show for the main season. Charlie, thanks, thumbs up. We have been with us, keeping us moving up and down. Shout out to some Kwashi, Matthew G, Kojo Pepra, Kwame B Flat, Aku, Charlie, Samuel Power down. So all the guys who are always in there. Yes, Samal Limited, Charlie. Shout out to you all. Thanks for everything you have been doing for us. Marvin was on a free hit and went really hard, but just that he didn't captain the KDB, he captained Salah. So he's waiting for points from Son and Nketsiah this week. So that would be it. I think that is enough about our teams. Let's go quickly to the week ahead of us. So aside that, Ramsdale. I don't want to talk about Ramsdale. Cancelo did the job. Trent, Son, Madison, Richarlison, and I told you that Nketsiah has done the job, and then Mane and De Bruyne have. So this week the picks have been quite good over there. That said, Rowland, these are your picks for the week. What are your picks? What are you saying about these picks for this week?
So I've gone in for Pickford. I think over the past 2 games they've kept 1 clean sheet, and I think the game against is it Leicester? I think he played well. Even though I didn't get to watch the game, I heard that Pickford had an outstanding game, and he's picking form, and it looks good for the games that they have against Brentford, and then they have their second game against Crystal Palace. I look at it as okay, 1 clean sheet in the game week is not bad. He has 2, so point saves and all of that. We are looking at 6 points for a keeper, so I think he'll be able to get that and even more this week. And then defender, I've gone for Collins. Collins because their defense is not looking that good. That's Burnley, but with a double game week, I am confident that he would get maybe an attacking return. The game against Aston Villa won't surprise me because those guys are good with corners, and that's set pieces, free kicks, corners. Those are the opportunities that they need. Though Tarkowski is out, me is out, I think Collins coming in can do the job for Burnley. When I look at midfielder, Zaha is a much maligned player. You look at him, it's when everyone's eyes are on him, he fails to perform. When everyone is looking away, then he performs. So he's a bit of a stopgap for the next 2 game weeks. Everton have shored up. It won't be an easy game for Crystal Palace, but you look at it and you feel that against Aston Villa looks acceptable to cheap goals. So
Sure.
that's the reason why I didn't really look at their defense. If you go for a defender from Villa, then you're looking at attacking returns, right? So it's one of the put-ups for me. But I think Zaha against Villa, a weakened Villa defense, even though Minks is just an overrated tall dude.
English player.
When you look at the way he plays, he's so rubbish, and you're like, he's actually the captain of a team, anyway. But I mean, same can be said of Maguire. But anyway, so, forward, we are looking at Ings.
United, okay.
Because Watkins came off, I think the game I watched against Liverpool, Ings really played well. But Ings usually plays well against Liverpool. That is because he gives us all to show that he's an ex-player of the team.
Yes, true.
So, but I mean, moving forward, looking at the 2 games he has, Crystal Palace and
Burnley.
Is it Burnley? Yeah, Burnley. I mean, he should definitely get an attacking return. It will surprise me unless he doesn't play either game or he plays one of. Even if he plays one of these games, he should get an attacking return because that forward line there is a really fluid attack. Then differential player, I've gone in for Luis Diaz. I think he's 4.8% owned.
Yeah.
Last week he did a job, 15 points. I had him in my team. I think He's good. So long as he plays, you should expect
He's
some.
played 5 of Liverpool's last 6 games.
Yes. So if you look at it, if he does play the final, which I strongly doubt he would, because Klopp looks at those sports science stuff, and he has Firmino back. He has Jota in the team. It will be likely that he'll play Luis Diaz, but looking at his minutes, you can tell whether he'll start the next game or not. But it all depends on how that final goes. So
Yeah.
that's
The,
about it.
and the good thing for us as managers is that the final is before deadline. The deadline is on Sunday. So
Sunday.
how the final will go will determine how you should make the move. So the important thing for managers, just keep your transfers as close as possible to after the Chelsea
Yeah.
and then Liverpool FA Cup final game.
Yeah.
Then you know what moves to make as well.
Because Southampton will be hammered, so it will be good to get one. Oh yes,
Salah boy, this is your week.
This is the week, and then the variance has been so much. If you have a player in your team and he does well. If he's rubbish, he's rubbish. So this week everyone has gone for KDB. Then people buy KDB. KDB won't hit the heights of the last game week. Then there'll be another player who will hit the heights, whether it's Vardy, whether it's Keane, whether it's Son. You see, so it's kind of to because Son has hit it. Son has hit it. So now we are waiting for Keane. We are waiting for Vardy. Those kind of players. We are waiting for them to hit because everyone's attention has been on Son, KDB, and Salah. Now we are waiting for Mane. We are waiting for Keane. We are waiting for Vardy. Which one of these three will hit between now and the end of the season? And captain, I've gone for Vardy. Vardy, as you said, he came out yesterday and man, he delivered. I mean, sometimes when you have one player and you feel
he shouldn't have scored. The guy shouldn't have scored.
He's announced himself. So now everyone is having him on his free hits. Hey, Vardy's on my free hit. Vardy's on my free hit. Well, if he plays one game, Vardy can be rubbish, utter rubbish. Then he can be excellent. So, yes. So, I mean, with Watford going down, I'm sure they want to go down with the fight. And both games are away. They are not at home. So it's something that managers. Yeah. So it's something
that the big boys as well.
Yes, managers have to look out for. So this is my team for the week.
That's good. I like your take there, but that being said, Matthew GH is making a comment about regimes, Charlie. Since we own regimes, this is the regimes boy has not done any property for us. So Charlie, this City have had.
He get 13 points, so he sold him.
I know this week, yes, but I'm just saying that Matthew GH, did you sell regimes this week? Did you sell him this week? Because since from game week 31, Chelsea had the best fixtures coming to the 38. And those 6 games, Chelsea have not really, the Chelsea boys have not done the job at all. And it really caused the hand. So Marvin's key players for this week, he goes with goalkeeper Alisson. He's not expecting Southampton to score any goals. So that is a click. So if you are free hitting, a safest goalkeeper you can get a 6-point Alisson. But anything can happen. And then Spurs defense is something that managers are sleeping on against Belly. I know Belly will try to fight very hard against Spurs, but Spurs might just do the job, keep the clean sheet and get the win. All depends on how today's final result will go over there. And then there's Madison from Leicester. So Leicester have 2 very good games against Watford and then against Crystal and against Chelsea. Now, the good thing for Leicester is that now that Vardy is back, it just lifts the morale of the team. And they've been out of the Europa Conference League. These are now they are focusing fully on the Premier League, and then they are going to play very, very well there. Callum Wilson is officially back. So back from injury ahead of and Trippier is also back. So managers who are looking for some differential plays can look over there because these are the guys. I'm sure against Arsenal, people will think that Arsenal is going to win, but you guys can just pull the surprise over there in that game at St. James's Park.
I tell you, then, this game week against Spurs, it's a must win for them. If they don't win, that is it. Because Newcastle and Tremor more. That one they forget.
And then Anderson, a defender for Crystal Palace, doing a very good job there. The Crystal Palace are playing against Aston Villa and against Everton. And the Crystal Palace, their defender Anderson gets involved in goals as well. So he's a player to look at there. So Rowland, you went with Vardy captain. Marvin is going with the player you don't like, Richarlison. Richarlison is playing against Brentford and against Crystal Palace. Is he the most obvious captain for this? Because he's saying that this week is a Salah game week. People are choosing both double game weekends, but I think that this week the captain,
I tell you,
the captain will be between Salah and Son. I think the captaincy will be between Salah and Son for this. So these are our key picks for this week that managers need to watch out for. Now, that being said, we know that this week United is blanking. So United is blanking. And then don't forget about your Chelsea, Liverpool, and Spurs asset. Chelsea has a game against Leicester at home. Liverpool are playing against Southampton away. Spurs are playing against Burnley at home. Even though they are not doubling, these are games you don't need to sell this because they can use their single game week score to outperform those with double game week. So managers for free hits still have a core of Chelsea, Liverpool, and Spurs. As for City, their game against West Ham is really tricky. In fact, I want to say, spoiler alert, I might be selling KD after giving me the whole. I might be selling him this week. So that is what I would say. I don't want to be like, hey, Charlie, what does this guy say? The guy has done his job and he wants to sell the boy. But that said, some managers are free hitting. Some managers are free hitting this week. So this is a proposed free hitting that managers can look at. Pickford in goal. Everton have been keeping quite a very, very good defensive stats in the past few game weeks. And he's wet there and he's getting involved in saves as well. Now the back line is DA of Aston Villa. Aston Villa for attacking returns, Davis and then Ben Davies and then Van Dijk. So a 3-5-3, a 3-4-3 with Luis Diaz, Salah, Son, and Zaha, with Richarlison, Kane, and then Watkins. Now, the other option is if you really believe in the Liverpool double up in defense, you think that the wing backs will be there. You can change Ben Davies and then go and get Robertson and then use the money in there to get Andy Gray or Gordon in there. So that you have a 3-4-3 there. So this is a proposed free hit team. Roland, how do you rate this free hit? Do you think you can do the job for managers this game week?
Okay, so looking at your team, there's no City cover.
Yeah.
Okay, so I love the way you have gone in hard on the Liverpool players in Diaz, Salah, and Van Dijk. Very good combination because Southampton concede a lot of corner kicks. So that's a good choice with a Van Dijk pick. And Ben Davies is the only suspect person for me, honestly. The player, I don't know. I would rather go for Sessegnon over Davis.
Okay, because of the potential of an attacking return.
Yes. But that said, Davis has been pulling off some good corner headers from corner kicks and free kicks. But looking at that game, with Burnley not having their full strength centre back, having defensive problems, it will be crosses from the left and right. That's why Marvin has gone for Emerson Royale. Because he thinks that there will be more crosses.
So do you think that this game will be a Kane game week or a Son game week?
It favors Kane more than Son. This game week in particular, it favors Kane. But you know the point is, Kane will always be at centre back and
center midfield. Kane there. Oh, Charlie,
centre back. So somebody. And I don't know why. Well, you see, you usually don't change the winning style, but for a striker, I think that he's not aggressive enough, right? And that's what. He's concentrating more. I have to sacrifice for the team. I have to sacrifice. Yeah, you'll be appreciated, but your numbers too have to go up for you to gain the confidence. It's like everyone is looking to Son to,
the job.
But anyway, it's not bad. It's not a bad strategy from them anyway. Kane doesn't have speed, so that's
somebody is saying that in this game week, maybe if there's a penalty camp, Kane might give the penalty to Son, so that Son can catch up.
It's possible.
Son can catch up with Salah in the goal Kane race. So
yes, it's possible.
We'll see how it will go over. So this is a proposed free hit team. The key thing is that you need to have a mixture of double game weeks and then single. Don't do a free hit team. Those who are playing free, don't do a free hit team with only double game, because the guys who are doubling, Aston Villa, Leicester, Palace, Burnley, are not really like those kind of cold teams that you can look at. So you have to still balance your single game weekends with your double game weekends. Okay, good. So that said, Roland, what are your plans for this week? What do you think you are going to do this week? Are you going to just keep the transfer so that nobody will ban you, or?
I'm tired. I think that I have to try it. I have to try it because Diaz is the only one who's out. So
Okay.
even keeping the back three is okay. I think that the team is not bad. Looking at it, from Coutinho is the one I want out, but just saying that he'll be the next player to burn me when they play. So,
So Roland,
so it looks like
Roland, so
Jesus
Roland,
is the only one I can confidently say won't play against West
so
Ham.
Roland, what I can say is, since you are all you sell players they ban you this week, all you can do is just sell Diaz. He's not playing, so that one he can't ban you. So sell Diaz and maybe buy Arnold or Van Dijk.
Okay, all right,
Yes, so that
okay.
that way he can't ban you at least. Then I think you have your free hits. I think your free hit is just like me as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that is it for me. So this week I've said it. People are surprised. Means I'm selling De Bruyne. I'm bringing his son. I don't trust De Bruyne against a West Ham. I know he will get involved with the point, but I want the explosive point. So I am saying it on the show. I'm bringing in Son for De Bruyne. Just a single move, no -4 this week. So Marvin, wherever you are, please hear me. No -4. No -4 this week. I want to keep my plans more so that next season I'll start on a more move so that I will have plenty -4 like half. Then I want to enter the top 500K. So by God's grace, KDB is pushing me back towards.
You're entering.
KDB is pushing me back towards that spot. So this is Marvin's default team before he free hitted. I don't know what Marvin might do this week, but I think maybe if he's really confident, he might bring in a Liverpool cover. I don't know if he has strengths from the previous week on his bench,
He
but
does.
if there maybe
He has
so
strength.
then the team's already set up. So I think maybe what he will do is, I don't know whether he will bench boost, because maybe he might want to dash the bench boost to the FPL official people that they should take it. He doesn't like that. Would be a very nice thing to do. Well, like, in fact, I'm actually thinking that maybe you should have just dashed the bench boost to them and then just moved on. But it is
You
hindsight.
see, after hyping the bench boost to me, now you're telling me I should have.
I'm sorry.
After hyping that bench boost. Oh, but I think it helped, Ray. I think it helped.
Because
I think it.
the only thing is because the -12 we took to set it up. So if you look at your
That's
team,
what cost me.
if
That's
you
what
look at
cost
your
me. So
team,
maybe if I
we have
had
we have
Laporte
we had
and Nketsiah,
14, 5, 4. That is 23. Then -1 for Williams. Hey, this Williams guy, chice.
so what did I
and then
get? I got
-12.
what?
You got
19.
23. So so
23.
you get 23. Then the -12 will give you like 13. But it was because Diaz did not play the second game as well, and then
Yes.
Williams did not play the second game as well.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but at least I think that the call was good. Just that some of the guys disappointed, like Jesus and Coutinho. So it's a bit of hindsight, but whatever it is, we'll just move on. So
Yeah.
this is Marvin's team as well. I don't know his plans there.
So Marvin's initial team has Trent, it has Ben White,
Okay.
and it has Broja. Right.
Okay.
So I think this is he can easily bench boost this week because it's the last double
Okay.
game week of the
Okay.
season. And Pope is doubling. I think apart from Pope, he has Ramsey who is also doubling.
Okay.
Then that's about it. Yeah. So I think it's not bad.
We see how it goes. And you and Marvin need to enter the top 100K for the show. So please, guys, let's push the top 100K. Okay, great. So now I'm telling managers, I said this last week. If you are in the top, so we have a high dictatorship on top, Hallelujah at second, and then winning 11. Please make sure you have made your subscription to YouTube public. Now, anybody who has subscribed to the channel, we can see from our end, but some people's subscription is private. So what you have to do is, the information is there. You can even go to YouTube and Google and type how to make YouTube subscription public so that we can see from our end. Because when we are declaring the overall winner, we need to see the one who has subscribed to the channel and should have subscribed long ago, not just like recently. So the details are there that you can look at it and then do it. So, Roland, sure captaincy this week. Who do you think is the sure captaincy this week?
My team is King.
No, not your team. I mean for managers.
For managers, then I think it's the Salah move.
I've been writing most Salah since AFCON until now. The guy has not done anything. So maybe this might be the week he'll do the job. So managers, please don't sell Salah. Maybe this might be the week he might do the job for you over there. I think it might be either Salah. I agree with the Salah move. I think it might be Salah or the Spurs guys. But I don't expect City to do any magic on Sunday against West Ham.
It won't happen.
Yeah. So that is it. So those who are buying KDB, please be cautious. Yes. So thanks to all for joining us today's show. We are getting ready for the Spurs Arsenal game. Watch it, like it, give your comments, and then we'll meet for the final show for this season. God willing, next week. Roland, any key thing to say?
No, just want to say a big shout out to all of you who have supported us through and through. Without you, we wouldn't have had the ability to be doing this every week.
Charlie.
It's not been easy. I mean, we've done
42 episodes, Charlie, and they've been every time they've been there, giving the comments, push up, and that, Charlie. We hope you have been very good to you, and then you excel this season as well. Finish the season on a high, and we all will surely do far better than this season as well. Okay, so we'll end it there. We'll go and watch the Spurs Arsenal game. Okay. All the best. So the sword, Kane, Nketsiah, and Saka boy, Charlie, the Bears should go in our favor. Bye, managers. Bye.
All right, see you guys. Bye.
Like the video as well.